The movie takes place in the year 1850, where a famous writer named Herman Melville travels a long distance based on an invitation from a hotel owner. She told him that she had important and true information that would help him in his new novel. The writer arrives and knocks on the door, but the lady asks him to leave because she is attending to a customer. However, Melville introduces himself as a writer, not a customer. She immediately lets him in and takes him to meet her husband, Thomas, who was an elderly man. She tells him that the writer needs to know the true story of the Essex ship. But Thomas gets angry and begins to humiliate the writer, saying, "Are you crazy? You traveled all this distance just to meet me?" The writer ignores Thomas's anger and offers him a large sum of money in exchange for the true story of the Essex. He also says, "Consider yourself a partner in the profits when I sell the novel." But Thomas refuses the offer and tells Melville, "You can learn the story from the government's investigation." Melville replies, "You know that the government's story isn't true, and you are the only survivor. I want to hear the story from you." Thomas gets even angrier, denies knowing anything about the ship, and throws Melville out. Melville feels concerned about Thomas's behavior and decides to leave. But Thomas's wife stops him and begs him to stay a little longer until she convinces Thomas. She apologizes to him and tells him that her husband never told her the story, nor did he share it with anyone. Then she goes to Thomas and begs him to tell the story. She tells him, "Maybe if you talk about it, you'll feel better from the depression you're going through, and we also need money." Finally, Thomas agrees to tell the story to avoid upsetting his wife and because they desperately need the money. But he tells her that he will only speak as much as he can bear because this is not just a story. It's a real tragedy that changed his entire life. Then Thomas begins to tell the story. In the year 1820, whale hunters hunted whales to obtain rare oil used to light their homes and operate machines, and its price was very high. People also placed bets on the ship that would return with the most oil. A man named Owen appears, who was skilled in whale hunting and had a great reputation. His family consisted of his pregnant wife, who refused to let him travel before she gave birth.